My name is Tsukasa Tabe, 26 years old. I'm an independent wholesaler of foodstuffs. Hello! How you doing? Oh, Tsukasa! You're full of energy today. Well, another year is going well. I'll be delivering my best crop, so look forward to it. Your vegetables are really popular, Hatakeyama-san, so we're very grateful. We're the ones who are grateful. Thanks to you, demand has increased dramatically. Thanks to you, all of my sons will be able to go to college. So I can't thank you enough. In college, while studying economics, I worked and traveled to various food production areas. So I naturally built up a network of farmers. After graduating from college, I worked for a trading company for several years, gaining experience in food and beverage-related products. And I'm now an independent wholesaler. Okay, next.
Hello? Tsukasa? Is now okay?
Yeah, Rio. We can talk for a little.
Great! So, about that marriage proposal to my dad.
Her name is Rio Ina. I met her a year ago at a party I attended at the invitation of an acquaintance. Okay, I'll make it work. Your father doesn't know all the details about me yet, does he?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you're the one I love, right?
Rio says innocently. But it's an important matter. So isn't it better to talk about it in advance? On the day of the greeting. But that's not the only reason I'm nervous. After all, Rio's father is... Your father is the president of Oroshas, right? Oroshas is the reason I got interested in the food wholesale business. I had no idea that you're the daughter of the president of Oroshas, Rio.
But Dad is a second-generation president, so the one you admired was my uncle. I bet he's happy in heaven.
You're so carefree. I'm already getting nervous. And when it was finally time to meet Rio's father, the current president... Go home! What? A private wholesaler? How dare you talk such nonsense in front of Tadatsugu Ina, the president of Oroshas? Shame on you! Wait, what?
Dad! But Tsukasa has the same job as you! He admired your company!
Rio, thanks for having my back. I was prepared to come here in the first place. I can't just back out without saying anything. Please, listen. It's true I haven't been in this business very long, but... Shut up, kid! Kid? I'm not upset because you want to marry Rio. I'm saying how I wouldn't give my daughter to a no-name in the same business as me. You're tarnishing the name of Ina, who made a name for themselves in the wholesaling of foodstuffs. You're being brazen. Please, wait! Please listen. It's true that I'm not even close to Oroshas level now. I know I'm a no-name at the moment, but Out of my way! Don't block me! Do you think the world is a place where naive ideals like yours can prevail? I assure you, a weak ant like you won't last a year. You won't make it. If you ever want to see me again, you'll have to come back when you're a big business.
Oh no.
I never thought he'd talk to me like this. This isn't the kind of language you use to tell how tough the industry is. Her father, he's been looking down on me, and he tried hurting me mercilessly.
Looks like my dad doesn't like you. So, I guess we can't get married.
What?
There's no point in staying together like this. Pat's going to get angry too. Let's break up.
Wait, what? No. No, no, no! Hey, wait a second! I know it's gonna be hard to get your father's approval, but just because of that...
You already know it's going to end.
That's not what I mean! Don't you love me, Rio? That's why you wanted to marry me, right? How can you say that so easily?
Yeah, I liked you, Tsukasa, but now that Dad says it's impossible, I don't have those feelings anymore. I'm going to find new love. I hope you find someone nice too, Tsukasa.
No way. I was at a crossroads of despair. Before I walked through the door of that house, I was wondering if he'd let me get married. But instead of anything to do with marriage, he trampled on my career, and I even lost my girlfriend. I thought we were meant to be together. But Rio, gave up on me so easily. I guess that's all I was to her.
I assure you, a weak ant like you won't last a year.
I'll do it then. I'll make sure I take my business to a major force in the industry. Although I couldn't get Rio's father to listen to me, my business was steadily growing, and I was prepared to incorporate it. I was actually going to tell her father if he showed any reluctance at the wedding greeting, but it doesn't matter now. I incorporated my business, and with that, I started hiring more people and expanding the business, finding new suppliers, restaurants, dealers. Fortunately, I had a wide network of contacts, so it was easy to obtain information on new foodstuff production areas that I had not seen yet. Also, through word-of-mouth communication in the industry, the number of new customers steadily increased. I also talked with the farmers and shared ideas with them to develop new brands. A portion of the profits were used to automate the farming process, leading to increased production of foodstuffs. The company's name gradually and steadily spread as a stable supplier of high-quality, delicious foodstuffs. Even though President Ina was harsh with me, I've been working selflessly for the past 2 years. I remember he told me I wouldn't last a year. But the wholesale food ingredients industry has changed a lot in the past 2 years. What? Rio? I forgot to delete the number after the shocking breakup.
Hey, Tsukasa! Long time no see. It's been 2 years. Are you doing well?
How can you call me in such a cheerful tone?
Huh? What do you mean? I saw your magazine, by the way. That's amazing! My dad has been hearing rumors about your company for a while now. Good for you!
I'm sad to say that I was a little happy to hear that from Rio. But Oroshas, which was once my idol, is that no longer.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah. What do you want from me?
Well, you know, my dad told you to come here when Tsukasa's company gets bigger. I'm so happy for you. Now we can get married.
Huh?
Dad said to invite Tsukasa home as soon as possible.
No. You broke up with me, didn't you? Why would you say that now?
I didn't. I couldn't do it then, so I just gave up. But you worked hard, using your potential, and I'm glad your work paid off.
No. What are you talking about? Did you forget what you did to me?
I loved you so much. Hey, when can you come over? Dad said anytime is okay.
She's not going to listen to me, is she? Anyway, I already have a fiancé. Bye.
What was that about, Tsukasa?
Miko. Actually,
I see.
it's a real bugger. Oroshas, Rio's parents' company, has been suffering from a slump in business over the past 2 years, and is now being derided as a dying company. It's hard to believe that it was once a major company in the industry. They stayed complacent and didn't do anything new that would lead to the company's growth. They lost customers to other companies and newcomers like me. Oroshas, a company I had always admired, no longer exists.
I see. So that's why Ina-san wants to welcome Tsukasa.
I'm sorry. Did I worry you? It's over now. Don't worry about it.
I'm glad I could hear it.
But the talk I thought was over wasn't over yet.
Tsukasa!
What? Rio?
That's terrible! I'm your fiancé! And you're messing with this innocent-looking girl!
Hey, how dare you say that? We're serious. You're the one who's over.
What are you? I put a mark on Tsubasa first! Break up with him!
What mark?
I don't want to. I have heard about the stalker who has been following Tsukasa. I will not give in to such a thing. So please don't mind me. A stalker?
Rio, stop! Her name is Miko Meshino. She's the daughter of the president of the Meshino Group, which is a major company in the restaurant industry with many restaurant chains.
What? Really?
I met her through a business associate of mine. Of course, I'm dating her because I really like her, but your parents are in the same business, right? I don't think you should do or say anything that might upset her.
I see. Okay. That's Tsukasa! Introduce her to my dad's company!
Are you serious?
Tsukasa, wait!
Ever since then, Rio and President Ina started pestering us.
Tsukasa!
Tsukasa, introduce us to President Meshino, please!
President Ina, you're not the same man as before. And on a different day... What? Rio and President Ina were at your place too, Miko?
I ignored them and went into the office building, and that was the end of it.
Damn, they're bothering Miko too.
But it's okay. I have an idea.
What? Later that day, Miko invited me to dinner at a restaurant. And...
Tsukasa!
there she is again.
Meshino-san, please listen. Would you please recommend to your father that he do business with Oroshas, a major wholesaler of foodstuffs? I've known Tsukasa-san for a long time, but our company is Oroshas. I think we can satisfy you better than Tsukasa-san's company.
What is he talking about? Miko, who are these people?
Thanks for coming. Father?
President Meshino? Why are you here?
It's inspection day at one of our restaurants, and my daughter just called me. Who are you?
The stalker who's been following me and Tsukasa. Huh?
What? A stalker following my daughter? No, it's a misunderstanding. I'm just trying to make a deal with your company.
President Meshino, who loves his daughter dearly, called the police on the spot. It didn't lead to any arrests, but the fact that the Oroshas president and his daughter were involved in a police investigation led to a number of speculations. This incident triggered a series of unfavorable testimonies from people in the food industry who used to do business with Oroshas, who said that the contract price was unilaterally lowered when the contract was renewed. Oroshas, which had been in the doldrums to begin with, suddenly went bankrupt. Hatakeyama-san! How you doing?
Oh, is that your wife? She's beautiful.
Thank you very much. I look forward to working with you in the future.
So do I. I'm jealous of you, Tsukasa.
Your wife will be angry with you. Hatakeyama-san would be surprised to know that you're the daughter of the president of one of our business partners.
Yeah.
Miko's been helping me with my work since we got married. I really love her for that, regardless of her status.
You didn't have to come visit my restaurant. I thought so too, but he insisted on going. This is an important occasion for Dad and our family. We should all be here. I'm Tsukasa Nagiri, age 27, and a sushi chef. I serve sushi to my customers as a professional chef, but I still have a lot to learn. Today, I was visiting my dad's sushi restaurant with my little brother after receiving a sudden call from him. After you both graduated middle school, I've been teaching you the basics of how to serve sushi. But the population is declining in this region, and our restaurant only serves a few customers every day. Working at my restaurant won't be much help for your training. So I made you two go train at different sushi restaurants while I managed our family business alone. Oh, is this restaurant finally closing down? Sushi, what's your mouth? Yep, it's not working out, so I decided to close down this restaurant. I thought you might want to say your farewells to this restaurant we used to work at. Nah, no thanks. We already have our own responsibilities to worry about. Sushi, it's not that simple, is it? Well, that's true. I was right to make you two go train at other restaurants. How's it going? I remember you went to work for Uozumi. Yeah, I'm learning a lot there. It's a really good place to brush up my skills. It's a famous restaurant with a long history, unlike ours. Make sure you train hard, son. I might quit my current workplace and find another restaurant to work at. Why? Hoshiko is also a famous sushi restaurant. What do you not like about it? It doesn't always mean it's a good restaurant if it's famous, right, Dad? It just isn't my vibe. Pursuing a career as a professional sushi chef is not easy. Your sushi? Training is always hard, and I say this from experience. Don't underestimate your customers. They know what's good and bad. You're worrying so much. I'm an adult. I can think for myself. You should start thinking about your future rather than mine, Dad. See ya. He had the habit of being lazy since he was a child. I'm worried if he's really training properly. What are you gonna do now, Dad? Yeah, it's been long since your mother passed away. I have nothing to lose now, so I'm thinking of moving to the seaside and working as a fisherman. My knowledge as a sushi chef might help, and I bet I could also learn many new things. You're still willing to learn new things, huh? That's cool, Dad. Of course. I'm not gonna force you to train your skills or your life. But life is full of learning. You should always be ambitious, son. I had so many things I wanted to talk about with my dad, but I missed the right time to do so. So, when you make the egg rolls, you whisk it well until it's light and foamy, like this, and then…
Hey, Tsukasa!
Huh? Why are you here, Nami? You should have told me beforehand.
You're asking me why I'm here? I'm here to see you. We barely have any time to go on a date. It's almost time to close. Let's go home together and leave the cleaning to the trainees.
But I'm still teaching him how to make egg rolls.
Huh? I bet he wants to go home early.
It was actually me who asked him to teach me how to make perfect egg rolls, so I'm okay.
Gosh, can't this guy be more considerate? Tsukasa, can I talk to you for a bit? You went back home to see your father the other day, right? Did you talk to him about our marriage?
Actually, no, I'm sorry. My dad's busy with his own life now.
What? Do you really want to marry me?
I'm really sorry, but Uzumi is very precious to me, and I plan to protect this restaurant at all costs. You can trust me on that.
I appreciate you think of my family business like that, but who are you marrying? You are marrying me, not this restaurant. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
You work until late and start work very early. We barely spend any time together. I hope you can at least be more considerate of my feelings. I'll probably grow old in no time, waiting for you to propose to me.
Sorry, I'm not good at these things. The world of sushi is full of wonder. No matter how hard I train, there's still so many things to learn. I tend to devote myself to work, and I often make my fiancée, Nami Aniki, angry. Although I've grown enough to be able to teach other trainees, I still have a long way to go. If I'm going to be the master chef of Uozomi, I want to make the previous master chef proud. I want to let him down after I officially get married with her daughter and take over the family business. I don't want to make Nami waiting, but I have to give my very best for my career. However, I never expected my attitude to end a relationship in that way. I can't keep Nami waiting like this. I should talk to her about it.
Oh, Tsukasa, there you are. I wanted to talk to you. I was actually on my way to go find you.
Huh? Nami and Yasushi? Why are you two together? It's a long story. Or not. Nah. I was finding a new restaurant to work at after I quit Hoshioku. But it was pretty difficult to find a new job, so I decided to work at the same restaurant as you, Tsukasa. Then I met Nami, and we got along really well.
Yasushi knows how to balance his work with his private life. He understands when to take breaks and to work hard.
Yasushi, you… Hey bro, don't blame me. She was the one who chose me over you.
It's no surprise, is it? You only think about work, and if I did ever marry you, we won't have any good time to spend together as a couple. Yatsushi is definitely gonna make a better husband.
I'm also a sushi chef, so I can take over her family business in the future as well.
Don't blame me, okay? It's your fault for not being considerate of me enough. I can pay you compensation money if you want.
Okay. I won't ask for a lot. I just want enough money to survive until I find my next job. Thanks for everything. I don't blame her. If I would ever blame someone for what happened, I'll blame myself for not being considerate enough of Nami and being ignorant of my surroundings. I still have a lot to learn, so I have to continue training somewhere. The only thing I was worried about was if Yasushi could really take over Uezumi in the future. I can't deny that I'm in shock about what happened, but I won't run away from it. I'll get over with it and start anew. 3 years later, after I left Uezumi, I started working at Sekizushi, and at the age of 30, I'm working as a professional sushi chef, serving the customers myself. Good work, everyone! Keep it up for our afternoon shift! Yes, sir! You are really skilled chef, Tsukasa. As expected from a chef who used to work at Uozumi, a famous restaurant unlike ours. We're just a small local restaurant. No, you're praising me too much. I still have a long way to go, and I really respect how your restaurant values the customers and takes the quality very seriously. I want to return you the favor of giving me the opportunity to work as a sushi chef here. Thanks, Tsukasa. I won't ask you why you decided to quit Ozumi despite how skilled you are. What I value the most is how passionate you are about your work.
Yeah, don't feel like you have to return the favor. We're glad you're here to work with us, Tsukasa.
Oh, hello, Akari.
By the way, I bought this bowl. But what do you think?
It's a nice bowl. It has an elegant design. Maybe we can use it to serve miso soup.
I'm glad you both like it. I'll buy a couple more so we can use it to serve our customers.
Her name is Akari Dabana, the daughter of the master chef. She's motivated than ever after she got engaged with you. She's a kind-hearted person who accepted me the way I was.
Tsukasa, I'm sorry. I wanted to know why you left Uozumi. I found out about what happened with your fiancé.
It was all my fault. I'm not good at these things.
You're my type, Tsukasa. You're hardworking and passionate about your career. I don't care if you're bad at expressing your feelings. I'm in love with you.
I don't think I deserve you. I'm not sure if I can meet your expectations.
It's okay. Let me tell you. You don't have to worry about making me happy. I'll be the one to make you happy.
Akari. She used to focus on minor roles at work, such as replying to phone calls, but after we got engaged, she started getting involved in the management as well. Being responsible of advertising our restaurant online, which we weren't good at.
Hey, look! We ranked second on the restaurant review site.
Wow! Sakazushi-san ranking second! I guess more people got to know about our restaurant thanks to the advertisements. Iwazumi ranking 8th? That's impossible. Yasushi, what the hell is he doing? Unbelievable. The rice and sashimi had a weird texture and temperature. The rice was too hard. I regret going there. I should have gone to a sushi chain. One day.
Okay, thank you.
What's going on? Not to know.
Oh my, what should we do? Oh my, what should we do?
Calm down. You sound like you just saw a ghost.
Olewa Susiga, Suke, is coming to visit our restaurant.
Huh? Lyra's coming here?
Huh? Do you know this guy, Tsukasa? No.
He's a famous singer from Poland who always ranks first on the Billboard charts whenever he releases a song. He's a worldwide superstar.
I heard he loves Japan. He especially enjoys eating sushi. Did he choose that restaurant thanks to that review site?
I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but let's not be too nervous about it and do what we always do. Right, we'll work as usual. We all expected him to visit incognito, but he had told the world that he would be visiting our restaurant, so the streets were filled with his fans, news reporters, and people who simply just wanted to see what the hype was all about. Thank you for accepting our reservation. We were excited to visit after we saw the excellent reviews. Yeah! Thank you for choosing us. And what would you like to eat first? While people were in chaos with him being here, Alira enjoyed eating the sushi served at our restaurant. But then... Oliwa! Stop eating that sushi and try us! Our sushi restaurant is more famous and has a longer history! Yasushi?
Proszę zjedz to, Olewa, dziękuję.
Gosh, Yasushi? What does he think he's doing at someone else's restaurant? Do you like it? Iwazumi sushi has a long history! Oh my gosh, what an awful sushi! I can't believe you call that sushi! How dare you make me eat something so horrible! What the hell? Are you insulting a famous sushi restaurant like us? I don't understand what you're saying, but shut up! You humiliated my love towards sushi. I will remember the name of your restaurant! Never call yourself a professional sushi chef from now on. Yasushi was then forced to leave by Olewa's bodyguards. I'm sorry to make some noise. The sushi your restaurant serves is absolutely delicious. I will come back. Olewa left our restaurant looking fulfilled and happy. This incident drew a lot of media attention and our restaurant quickly rose to fame. We received many reservations one after another. Moreover, as Alira complained about Yasushi and his sushi openly on his SNS accounts, Yorozumi became known as a horrible sushi restaurant. I'm embarrassed of my own son. I can't believe he ruined the reputation of such a famous restaurant with a long history. I don't think I can look after him anymore. I feel uncomfortable. They were so good to me when I worked there. In the field of sushi, you call expired food aniki, and Yasushi married your ex-fiancée, Ms. Aniki. How ironic can it be?
Don't worry, sir. I will never be Aniki.
That's nice to hear. Take good care of her, Tsukasa. Thanks to the people around me, I'm here working as a sushi chef, training to acquire higher skills every day.
My name is Koki Majima. The other day, I got into the top prefectural high school in the prefecture.
Majima, you did a great job! It's not easy to pass a test without even going to cram school.
Thanks.
I'm looking forward to Majima's future. You say you haven't decided what your dream is yet, but I believe you're gonna be a big man.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get a job after high school.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Majima-kun, you got into the same high school as me. I heard you in the staff room. Congratulations.
Kazuragi Layla-san. Kazuragi Layla is the richest and prettiest girl in our middle school. But I didn't like her because I felt she looked down on me because I was poor.
It's sad how you want to find a job after graduation instead of going to a high school that has the #1 rate of students going to T University in the prefecture. Is it because you're from a single mother family?
And what if I am?
If you just wanted a high school diploma, you didn't have to study so hard to get into a high-level high school, did you?
I've decided that I'm gonna get a job after high school, so I wanted to make sure I learned what I can through high school. I thought I could learn the most if I went to the best high school. What's wrong with that?
You don't come from the best of environments, but you have heart.
Huh? What did you say?
Nothing. I'll see you in high school, Koki Majima.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to the same high school as her. It's a hassle. I mean, she should just go to a private school if she's rich. Kisaragi, the daughter of a rich family, and me, a mother and child living in financial hardship, are about as far apart as the moon and the stars. Normally, we would have lived without getting involved at all. But the reason we somehow notice each other is because of the location of our homes. The house I live in is next to the site of Kisaragi's huge mansion. Kisaragi's house is so big that our house looks like a doghouse. Our families don't know each other, but we were classmates at the same school, so we had exchanged a few words many times at school. It wasn't a very comfortable interaction, though.
Koki, how long does it take to get to school by bicycle?
A little over an hour.
Why don't you take the train or the bus? It's not so easy on a rainy day, is it?
I don't know waste money.
Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
You too, Mom.
Wow, you ride a bike to school? That's a long way.
Who cares?
Aren't you too tired to concentrate because you bike to school?
No?
You are one hell of a fitness freak. Maybe you'll get some girls if you join the sports club.
I'm working part-time, so I'm not joining any clubs.
Your high school life. It doesn't feel like adolescence at all.
Oh, leave me alone. Kisaragi, who's rich, probably doesn't understand the way I live. Every time she said something, I felt like she was making fun of me and I felt bad. But to be honest, high school life was fun. I was happy to have friends who were poor but studying hard just like me. And although I couldn't participate in club activities, I enjoyed school events as much as I could. So I was satisfied with my school life.
Majima-kun, you can aim for a national university, you know? There are various scholarship programs available now, and many students are attending college while working part-time.
It's fine. I decided to get a job after graduating from high school. I want to work full-time as soon as possible.
Still, in the long run, you'll make more money after college. Do you want me to talk to your mother about it?
No, I actually know that she's been working while hiding her illness from me.
What?
She gets sick easily to begin with, but she's worked hard for me. I think she's gonna reach her limit soon. So, I need to be able to work as soon as possible. I can't lose my mother to illness or my father. I don't want that. I graduated from high school and got a job at a factory near my house. I was confident in my physical strength and I have good memory, so the older workers at the company often praise me.
Koki, how's work?
It's fun. The people at the company are all very nice and kind. The president and his wife care about me. I have good memory, so they said they would let me study for more qualifications. They said if I get qualified and can do more difficult tasks, my pay will go up. So I'm going to work hard.
That's very encouraging.
Mom, are you sick?
Oh, I'm fine. I just need to get some rest. I'm going to bed. Wrap up the dinner for me.
Mom? Hey! Mom! My mom was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance and had to stay there. Mom may not be able to work anymore. Hospital bills while she's in there are high, and after she leaves the hospital, she'll have to pay for her medications. The drafts in our current house are terrible, so it might be hard on Mom. I need to consider moving too. I'm sure I can make more money working around at a good hourly job than working at a factory. I felt sorry to the boss and his wife who had been so good to me, but I decided to quit the factory. I'm scared. I feel like I'm gonna be alone. I don't know if I can help my mom who raised me so well. Yes? Layla Kizaragi?
The house looks like it's drafty. If your mother comes home, it's going to make her poor health even worse.
Hey, how'd you know about my mother?
The factory where you got your job after high school is a subcontractor for my father's company. That's where I heard you quit after your mother collapsed.
What is that? You're observing what I was doing without my knowledge?
I wasn't observing you. I was just paying attention. So, what are you going to do when you leave the factory? Are you going to take a high-paying job?
I'm thinking about it, but that's none of your business, Kisaragi.
If you work like that, you'll get sick no matter how strong you are. It's not a wise way to live.
Leave me alone.
I'm here because I can't leave you alone. In high school, you were the kind of person who would sacrifice their own lunch for the sake of others, in the same position as you who couldn't even bring one. You think it's okay if you can handle it with a little patience, don't you? If it works out, fine. But if you keep on doing that, you're just going to fall apart. You're kind to others and hard on yourself. It's good that you have hunger and always want to improve. I thought it was cool to see you like that.
What?
At the same time, I was really worried that you were going to break down.
Kisaragi, weren't you always making fun of me for being poor?
Huh? When did I say that? I know your family is in financial trouble, but I have no taste for calling people poor.
She's right. Kisaragi is rich and somewhat arrogant and condescending, but she never said that. No, maybe I thought I was looked down upon because I myself was concerned about being poor. And Kisaragi never had that kind of attitude. Kisaragi, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood you.
You're always pushing yourself to the very limit. It's amazing how you can work that hard, but it's okay to cry when you're in real pain. I'll lend you my chest.
Kisaragi wasn't making fun of me. She was just looking out for me, who was working hard all the time in unfavorable circumstances. Kisaragi was right. I was always pushing myself, and I was especially in pain after my mother was hospitalized. It was hard not to be able to rely on anyone. Someone unexpected showed me kindness, and I teared up. Sorry I wet your clothes.
It's okay. More importantly, now that you calm down, let's talk about your future.
The future?
Would you like to work for my father's company? It's a full-time position at the head office. So the pay is much better than at the factory.
What? No, that's impossible. I only graduated high school.
You're a hard worker and a good learner. You'll be fine. I already told my father how capable you are.
Why are you doing all this for me?
Ever since I was a child, I always watched you and thought you were great. I've been blessed to have you in my life. And you're a much better human being than I am. I admired you. That's why I dared to go to a public school instead of a private school. I wanted to watch you more, to try my best in the same place as you. And I started to like you.
I didn't know Kisaragi was such an honest person. It was really me who was twisted. What's wrong with you? You're so cool. I'm about to fall for you.
You can fall for me? You don't have any other choice but to fall for me.
I asked Kisaragi to let me work at her father's company. I worked hard to live up to the expectations of the people who gave me the chance. And as I worked, I learned that Kisaragi had helped me in other ways as well. Ah, Majimi-kun, long time no see. Oh, President. I hear you're working well. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for your kind words in spite of my sudden resignation from the factory. Yeah, it's okay. What happened to your mother must have been difficult, but you should be thanking Miss Layla, right? Well, yes. The young lady had always been concerned about you, Majima-kun. When you started working at the factory, the young lady contacted me and said, "He's a classmate of mine and a very hard worker. So if something happens, please call me right away." What? Since I was working at the factory? Kisaragi. Then, 2 months later, my mom was able to leave the hospital, but I'm thinking of moving us into a nicer place next month. I don't want your health to get worse again, Mom.
Thanks. I'll have to call the Kisaragis when I move in.
About what?
The municipality was going to demolish the house we're living in. But when you're still small and didn't have the money to move, Kisaragi made it part of their property so we could live. When Layla was still a little girl, she said, "I feel bad. Do something about it." She tried her best to persuade him to do something about it.
Huh? What? You mean Kisaragi's-san let us live in the corner of their garden?
That's right.
What? Kisaragi said to me, "You have no other choice but to fall for me." It was true. I completely fell for Kisaragi, and I had to tell her that personally. She's the person who watched over me more than anyone else and understood me most. From now on, I'll return the favor to her little by little.
Everything was set, right? It was only a matter of time before Koki and I would end up like this.
I'm impressed, but at the same time, I'm scared that I've been in Kisaragi's palm all this time.
Hey, you should call me Layla, not Kisaragi. We're in a relationship now.
Oh, sorry. I'm still a little embarrassed. Layla, thank you for everything until now.
Yeah.
It's an easy 2-minute walk to the family restaurant there. My name is Ryo Imagawa. I'm 28 years old and currently unemployed after my company went bankrupt 4 months ago. My previous job had long hours and my stomach was damaged due to lack of sleep and overwork over the years. So I'm trying to get completely healed before I start looking for my next job seriously. I enjoyed my job, which is why I pushed myself too hard. If the company hadn't gone bankrupt, I think I would have kept working like that. Especially since I was selected as chief 2 years ago. I always thought about work even when I got home, and there was no time to rest my mind or body. My previous company went bankrupt, but it wasn't a bad company to begin with. So of course I was a hard worker, and my savings were growing. So now, I have no reason to rush to look for a job. I'll just work part-time until I'm fully healed. That's why I went to an interview for a part-time job at World Spoon, a family restaurant in front of the station, which is a 2-minute walk from my house. It's not a big family restaurant, but a local chain family restaurant, with only 6 branches in the neighborhood.
28 years old, graduated from a good college, working part-time at a family restaurant. You're not lying on my resume, are you?
No. She's suspicious of me.
So, are you hoping for a late night shift? Are you available at other times of the day?
Yes, I can work besides the night shift. And the day after the interview, I was notified that I had been hired and would start working from Friday of that week.
This is Imagawa-san, who will be joining us as a part-timer starting today.
I look forward to working with you.
Nice to meet you! I'm Tanaka, and I'm 18 years old.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sato, 21 years old.
There's a lot of young part-timers in the late night shift. And at almost the same time as me, a guy about the same age, Sakata-san, also joined as a part-timer. Thank God. I was the only old guy in a crowd of young people. Me too. I'm the only one in my 30s at this time of day. I heard there are a lot of housewives and part-timers during the day. Sakata-san looks really capable from the way he works. Maybe he started working part-time for a similar reason to me. The late-night part-timers are mostly college kids, between the ages of 18 and 23. And they're all nice kids.
Oh, Imagawa-san, that's heavy! I'll carry it! Your back must be sore, right?
Take it easy, Sakata-san.
Don't treat us like old men. We're still full of energy. While being cared for by young kids like that, my part-time job at the family restaurant was quite enjoyable. I sometimes worked the daytime shift, so I got along well with the part-timers in that time period too. However...
Hey, how long are you going to keep this here? I told you earlier to move it quickly.
No, you said we're not supposed to touch that because the manager will carry it herself.
Are you going to blame me?
Here we go again. It wasn't the young part-timers or the daytime part-timers that were trouble, but it was the 28-year-old hired manager. Manager, I heard that too, and you certainly said so.
Ugh, you're all useless part-timers. It's your fault that our store sales aren't growing.
Thanks for covering me.
I was actually listening to the conversation. The manager was an inefficient worker, and she was very irresponsible in her accusations against the part-timers. I hate to say it, but she was a typical person who couldn't do their job. I'm a college student now, but when I go out in the real world, will all the bosses be like the manager? If so, my life is over. I don't think everything the manager says is right, so just listen to her when she is.
The manager's like that, which is why part-timers quit so quickly. We've been around a long time compared to them.
The young part-timers were often discouraged because the manager would get angry unreasonably.
Hey, Sato-san, why isn't this done yet? This is more important than that work.
I'm just doing as you said, manager.
You really aren't flexible, are you? This is not going to increase the store sales.
I'll do it. Sato-san, please serve the food to the customers first.
Yes, thank you.
I let it go when the manager was right, but when she wasn't, I often had to intervene. In any case, the manager's voice was loud enough to reach the customers. I think one of the reasons for the lack of sales growth is because of the manager who makes the atmosphere in the restaurant worse.
Inagawa-kun, will you please stop interrupting the training of the part-timers?
Yes, I'll be careful.
You're the same age as me, so I'm sure you understand that young people these days are really useless.
I don't think so. They're hard workers. They don't slack off or get lazy.
You've only been here a month. What do you know? You don't even know what I've been through.
It seemed like I had antagonized the manager, and she gradually began to give me a hard time. But I was only a part-timer, so I continued to do what I thought was good for the store, and didn't mind her.
The manager got mad at me again. Imagawa-san, can I talk to you after your shift?
Yeah, sure.
I want to talk to Imagawa-san too.
Me too, me too. She got mad at me yesterday for no good reason.
Are you guys trying to get me to treat you to something? I think I'll go too. Let's go. I wanted to talk more with you, Sakata-san. I thought you were a very capable person. No, I've just been working in family restaurants for years. Family restaurant part-time master. That's interesting. You said people quit part-time quickly. Is that bad?
Yeah, I've been working there for 4 months now, day and night. 9 people quit that I know of. Some of them quit after coming in just once.
I see. The longer someone stays, the more valuable they become, though. Then I'll be careful to make sure that the ones who are working here now don't quit. I learned the job well. Working at the family restaurant was quite fun.
Sakata-san, Imagawa-san, you can clock off first. I'll do the final cleaning inspection. I'm always grateful for your help. And it's bad for your health if you don't go to bed and get up early, right?
I told you not to treat me like an old man. I'm telling you, we still have more energy than you guys.
But both Sakata-san and Imagawa-san are adults and work very fast. You both seem like people who worked hard all their lives, and I think that's cool.
Right. I respect them. If the manager was like Sakata-san and Imagawa-san, I'd be more comfortable working here.
Then one day,
Hey, who was it? We don't have enough stocked up. What are we going to do?
only the manager does the stalking. With all due respect, manager, this is not the time to be looking for the culprit. Our priority right now is to serve our customers the same food as usual.
Huh? What are you?
I'll contact the central kitchen myself. We won't be able to get the delivery in time, but if I go pick it up, we may be able to get by for the time it takes to get the delivery tomorrow. I'll talk to them about it.
What are you talking about? You're just a part-timer.
You shut your mouth! What? In our family restaurant, mistakes in stocking orders can only be the responsibility of you, the manager! You don't let the employees touch it! Our family restaurant has a central kitchen that handles all the cooking, and the food is delivered once a day. But the amount of stock for that day was low, and it was obviously the manager's mistake. They said we can come and get the stock, so I'll go and get it. Imagawa-san, I'll go with you. Thank you for your calm judgment, Imagawa-san. No, I'm glad. Sakata-san, you're well acquainted with the people at the central kitchen, aren't you? You two seem to be talking in a friendly manner. Yeah, well... And after we finish taking the food to the restaurant? Fushigi Station West Exit Store. Tenka Sekine, manager. I will inform the headquarters about this.
Huh? Who do you think you are?
I'm Sakata from headquarters. I've been asked to inspect this store because it's the only one that's experiencing sluggish sales growth despite its good location. And since the part-timers aren't lasting long, it's been determined from the top that there must be a cause. I'll submit a real report of what I saw at this store. Apparently, Sakata-san is a relative of the owner of this family restaurant. In other words, he was a high-ranking person at the head office who was entrusted with expanding the number of stores. That's what he meant by going from one family restaurant to another. That's why he's so capable of doing his job. After that, the manager was demoted to a regular employee and assigned to another store to be strictly supervised by a veteran manager. And a new manager was hired at our store.
My name is Arisa Mizuno. I have been assigned to Fushigi Station West Exit Store as a new manager. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Imagawa-san, I have heard from headquarters that you are a wonderful employee. Please teach me many things.
No, I'm just a part-timer. But the day the new manager took over, Sakata-san stopped coming in.
Sakata-san was an amazing person. I wish I could have talked to him more.
I wish we could have dinner together again. I used to look forward to going there once a week after work.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, however, Sakata-san came to the store during my daytime shift and called me in. Sakata-san, you suddenly stopped coming and the late-night part-timers missed you. I'll come by again. So, Imagawa-san, would you like to have an interview for the executive position? I've been watching you for the past month, and I can tell you're a person who stands above the crowd. Could you help us? The owner wants to expand this family restaurant nationwide. You're an employee we really need. Oh, maybe you already have a new job lined up? Of course, I'm talking about a high salary, with a possible position at headquarters in the future. No, I haven't found a job yet. I was just starting to think that a part-time job at a family restaurant isn't so bad. Your shift is only during the day, right? Want to go out for a drink at night? I decided to accept Sakata-san's invitation and went to the designated pub at night.
Thank you for your hard work.
Manager Mizuno is my cousin and the owner's daughter. What? I was hoping she could help me convince you to join our company.
In the past 2 weeks since I became manager, I've heard many good things about Iwagawa-san from the employees. Especially the part-timers who have been helped by Iwagawa-san. Please lend your help to our company.
I would also like to ask for your help. I started working part-time in a family restaurant without much thought. But I was intrigued by the work and the enthusiasm of the two. Well then, please. I'd like to have an interview. 2 years later, I finished my job as a store manager at another store. And this year, I started working with Sakata-san in the corporate strategy office at the head office. The number of stores has now increased to 2, and we're in the midst of a nationwide expansion. We're really glad to have you here, Imagawa-san. I didn't think that a family restaurant would lead to a job, so I'm the most surprised. I was impressed with your belief that the longer a person stays with the company, the more valuable a treasure they become. And it's rare for someone to sacrifice themselves and listen to the advice of fellow part-timers when there's nothing in it for them. I was just bored. You're praising me too much.
Oh, Ryo, finished work?
I'll be finished soon.
Okay.
In my personal life, I'm dating Arisa-san. Arisa-san is still working as the manager of the Fushigi Station West exit store, and will be coming back to the head office next year.
Oh, by the way, Sato-san is going to be an employee of ours next year.
What? Really?
Tanaka-kun and Kata-kun both said they wanted to work for us. They said they want to be like Imagawa-san.
That's an honor.
Great. The ocean is beautiful as always. It makes me feel I'm alive.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, boss.
Oh, Chihiro and Saki, good morning. My name is Atsushi Kamisaka, age 28. I'm an owner of a small inn at one of the remote islands near Okinawa. There are 2 staffs working at the inn other than me, and they're both great hardworking employees. Let's check our reservations for today.
There's 2 people staying over since yesterday, and 4 new people are coming today.
They all added the dinner option, so I'll go ahead and get some groceries after I finish cleaning.
Thanks. Staying over without meals costs $40 a night, and with an additional $30, you get breakfast and dinner. My inn allows customers to drink sake for free 24/7 as well. So with these benefits and affordable pricing, it was doing pretty well. I was enjoying my island life, which had always been my dream. But one summer...
Oh, is that you and Sushi? You already moved to an island?
Tagawi Kurai, my classmate from university, came to spend the night at my inn as a customer. Tako and I were taking the same seminar at university, and he, the son of a company CEO, kept looking down on me who often went on shoestring trips.
Atsushi, I heard you went to a trip again last week.
Yep, I went to visit Okinawa.
Wow, it's such a beautiful place. Invite me next time.
I want to go too! Sure, Nami and Sakura. We'll go together next time. $5,000 would be enough to travel there and have fun.
If you have to work part-time because of that, why don't you give up on going on trips in the first place? I bet you can't even stay at nice hotels. Nami, if you want to visit Okinawa, I can invite you to stay over at a nice resort. How's that?
Whenever I was making plans for the next trip with my friends, he interrupted our conversation with sarcastic remarks.
No thanks. I'm not interested in expensive resorts.
Since when I was in university, I worked really hard on my part-time jobs and always visited the remote islands around Okinawa as soon as I saved enough money to go on a trip. I was a good student at university and never slacked off, so I didn't know why he picked on me all the time. It's really a beautiful place. It's literally heaven. I really want to move here someday. But for a rich boy like Takuyo, I must have looked like a fool.
I could easily imagine you becoming a backpacker in the future without a stable job.
I know what I'm doing.
Well, I bet you can't get a good job anyways, so better enjoy your university life to your fullest, eh?
I don't need your advice, I have my plans. He kept on picking on me whenever he had the chance to. I haven't seen him since I graduated university, so it has been 6 years since I last met him, but he still looked exactly the same.
I'm on vacation right now, so I'll be here for about a week. Don't forget I'm a customer. Make sure you treat me nicely. You should thank me for staying at a filthy old inn like yours. You're still 28 but runs an inn. You're such a loser. You have no hope in life.
Running an inn can be a successful business.
Nah, it's impossible to succeed when you own a filthy old inn like this.
This customer is pretty rude.
Yeah, how come you let him insult you like that?
That's just how he is, so don't worry too much about it. We should thank him for staying here for a week. At my inn, my customers tend to stay in the common room after dinner, drinking and having fun while chatting with the other customers. But Takao's attitude was getting worse as he got drunk.
I really get long breaks like this. Unlike you, who gave up on having a proper life.
Because I took over the business from the previous owner of the inn, there were several regular customers who came here often. And some of them didn't appreciate Takao's presence here. Right, you're supposed to take over your family business. Why did you choose to stay over at a cheap hotel like mine? There are some really nice hotels and resorts on the island. You should have stayed there.
I just wanted to experience what it's like to go on a shoestring trip.
It's impossible to have fun in this mood, and the other customers quickly went back to their rooms without saying a word. Everyone's here to have fun, but the mood is ruined. I feel sorry for the other customers. And next morning, as soon as Takao finished eating breakfast, he left to go sightseeing. He came back to the inn around lunchtime.
Many people I met on this island keep telling me you're successful with your business. Are you faking your identity or what?
Why would I do that?
I've been wanting to tell you this, but how do you know why he works at this inn?
Yeah, it's all thanks to our boss we're able to work here.
Huh? The previous owner got sick and had to close down this inn, so we bought it with an expensive price, and thanks to him, the previous owner was able to get his surgery done.
That's right. Boss was a regular customer at this inn since he was in university, and he volunteered to take over the business.
I've known Mr. Kabisaka for several years now as my traveling companion, and he always takes me to interesting places and gives me advice about cheap hotels to stay at. So that's why I come to stay at his inn regularly. Stop insulting him and being rude to him.
The first time I visited Okinawa was for my high school graduation trip. I came to visit with 3 of my close friends, and I was fascinated by the beautiful ocean and the clear blue sky. I want to move here one day. To achieve my dream, after I entered university, I started working part-time and searched for ways to move to Okinawa. If I can spend less on the airplane and hotel fees, I might be able to travel there more often. With that in mind, I tried to come up with all the ways I can use to search for the cheapest plane tickets, and finally created a search engine specialized in Okinawa's B&B and plane tickets, getting some ideas from existing searching systems for cheap plane tickets.
We came across your search engine. Would you like to work with us?
Huh? Really? A tourist company that focused on tourism in Okinawa contacted me about my newly developed system. And when I was a junior, I became one of their partners in business. Are there other ways to attract more tourists? Things went smoothly after that, and I started my own website design company after I graduated university. The web system I developed for trips to Okinawa started as my small ambition, but it was steadily making profit and my company rapidly grew as a result. And in the midst of that, I went to visit my favorite inn since I was in university at one of the remote islands.
I'm planning to close this inn.
Huh? Why?
I would love to continue my business. I've always tried to offer my services at a cheap price to have many customers stay over. But now that I'm getting older and found out that I have a disease, I can't manage everything on my own.
How about you ask someone to run it for you until you get better?
No one would want to take over this business of running an old inn. My son already has a job outside this island. So I'm thinking of selling this inn even though it might only sell at a cheap price.
All right, I'm gonna buy this inn from you. So, promise me you'll come back once you get better. You can continue your business again after you recover.
But don't you run a company in the city, Atsushi?
That's okay. So now I work in Tokyo for half of the month and run the inn on this island for the other half of the month. As long as I have my PC, I can work anywhere.
It's obvious why all the people on this island are thankful. Thanks to the tourism website designed by Boss's company, the number of tourists are increasing every year. And he even works with the local people to come up with ways to attract more tourists and support local production as well as local production. So what I want to say is that Boss is not a loser. He's a savior who gives us hope.
I've been staying at this inn for more than 10 years, so I'm glad it didn't go out of business.
Right, well, I've made so many memories at this inn. Why? How come a poor guy like Atsushi succeed like this?
But the next day, Takao stopped picking on me, and 2 more customers arrived at my inn that morning.
Atsushi, we're here. Here's our souvenir from Tokyo.
We also brought you the data you asked us to bring. Thanks, both of you.
Why is Nami and Sakura also here?
Oh, hey, Takao. Well, I actually work for Atsushi's company right now. My job gives me so many opportunities to go on trips. It's really an amazing job.
What? Don't tell me you also work for him, Nami.
No, we're planning to get married next year.
Huh? You're gonna marry him?
Takao, why are you here? I thought your family business was not doing well. How come you're here on vacation? Huh? What's wrong? Is something going on at your father's company? Unfortunately, his father's company went bankrupt recently, and it was big news last week. Takao looked like he was feeling down. It's understandable, though. His family business went bankrupt. Nah, he's feeling down because you're getting married with Nami. Wait, he must have known about it for a while. He always had a crush on Nami back when we were students, you know? I doubt he still has a crush on her, but I bet he never expected you, who he was looking down on, to succeed. And to get married with the girl he always liked. He's experiencing the worst in his life. I see. Takao's staying for another 4 days, if I remember correctly. So I want Takao to have as much fun as possible while he's on vacation here.
Okay.
I'm thinking of having a barbecue tonight.
Got it. I'll go buy some meat, sausages, and vegetables at the local store.
As a trip enthusiast, I didn't want Takao to end this trip like this. Hey, Takao, want to go to the ocean together? I'll take you to the most beautiful beach on this island.
I know you want to make fun of me.
No, I won't make fun of you. I want you to enjoy your trip to the fullest before you go back home.
You sure?
I invited the other customers staying in my inn as well, and we all headed to the beach together.
This is awesome!
We can only visit this beach by car, you know.
Mr. Kudai, look, a pink anemone fish. Come and join me. I bet you've never seen one before.
Huh?
Come here, quick.
You should go. It's gonna make you feel better. We all played at the beach until noon, and went back to the inn to enjoy some barbecue together. Hey, Takao.
Staying at these kinds of places isn't too bad. Sorry I picked on you about it.
It's no big deal. You'll have to go back to work after returning to Tokyo, so you should make some fun memories here as much as you can.
Thanks.
Mr. Kudai, I heard you're having a hard time at work right now. I wish you good luck. By the way, would you like to go and try indigo dyeing with me tomorrow? My sister is organizing a workshop and it's pretty fun.
Oh, yes, I would love to.
From this day to the day he left, he looked like he was genuinely having fun, thanks to the support from my friends and locals. Since then, Takao always came to stay at our inn once a month. I heard he started working for a large corporation. Well, he was a really smart student at university, so I guess it's not a surprise.
He's such a great customer now, unlike when he first visited us. He always brings us souvenirs and is getting close with our regular customers.
Here you go.
Did you know he's here just to meet you, Chihiro?
Huh?
He says he was thinking of moving here.
What?
That sounds fun.
An inn that allows you to connect and bond with people, which is difficult to do in the city side. What a great place. Do you like to go on trips? If there really was an inn like this, I would love to visit. How do you like this story today? Let me know in the comment section below. See you guys next time. Bye-bye!
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.